And just stay right there. Don't move. Come on. Seeing like at least his leg. 10 seconds. So you notice I kind of start swinging up those two?
Yeah, sure down.
Right.
You gotta go up.
Right.
That's a bad spot.
Right?
Now the biggest problem is when you're standing, you're not actually standing that way. Your sword's like the basket there, and the sword's behind your head.
Okay.
Way back in.
Oh,
So
okay.
put it back up there, right where I said it was though. Like you're sitting like this. Yeah. So I'm just seeing all of this, and for somebody like me, and I fire fast, real fast. That's all it is. That's all it's going to be. I'm just going to slot it in. The other thing too, we'll put that up. I know it's not supposed to be dead, quite honestly, it's a legal target, and the reason why we never fired at it before was because people didn't have sufficient ways to protect it. So it was a nice thing you don't hit on, because if you're going to do something like that, I'm going to hit it, no question, because what you're doing is saying you can't hit me in this side of the head because you have to be nice to me.
Right.
Which is bullshit, quite honestly.
Okay,
So
that's
put that
not what
back
I'm
up.
trying to do.
I know. I would never ever think that, right? So that's the thing. That's what that does. And for somebody like me, that's just going to be that pop. I'm going to drop straight down on it to make sure it really impacts and catches the elbow. And I'll probably tell you don't take it. I'll just scare you and remind you you're hiding a spot that you shouldn't be able to hide, right? Because then, if you put that back up, there's one thing. Now, I'm going to swing a little bit fast, and I really want you to block it. It's going to be right inside your head, right? So, and I want you to freeze in that position. I will not fire after that, okay? So, from here, right? So, you duck down, but you kept pretty much what you had there, right? What I will do is step in with this and come over. What happens to that side of the head? I can't hit it. So I'm going to step in, put that back up, right? And come over. You're robbing me of a kill shot because you put this up there, and if I hit that arm, I feel bad about it or otherwise, right? So if you're willing to lose it, you're willing to let your opponent hit it, you're saying this is where I want this to be. Be willing. If they hit it and say don't take it, be willing to say I left it there, I'm going to take the arm.
Okay.
Okay? That's your choice, and that's what you've got to do for your opponent to be as courteous as they're going to be for you.
Okay.
Right? If they're going to say, don't take it. Right? If you're going to leave it there. So, that's one thing. Plus also, your sword, put it back up. That's not going to block it.
Yeah.
Your arm is, the basket is, the fort of the sword is. Why not move it down, use more of the sword to block that side of the head, the top of your head, the basket to block that side of the head, and maybe not get your arm hit anyways. It's a much smarter position. It puts you in a better position to block everything. Right? And what I do is tuck it in maybe a little bit more, and that's going to protect your arm. Because all you got to do, as soon as anything happens, it's just this little flinch with both arms, and it just brings it in, brings it in. Right? That's all it is, and I won't hit it. Right? So it's a lot better for you, honestly. And it doesn't put you way out of position and tied up to be able to throw a shot. Because if you go back up, all you have to do is just let this hang, let it hang. That little motion, for as soon as I fire for a slot, now if you drop it, now I don't get it. Right? And if it's the top of your head, you just trace it back a little bit. You just let this go back, and you know it's going to hit there instead of up here. Right? That's all it is, and you're just following it with the blade, not with the basket up here. Right? So sit over here and just let it through. Right? That's all it is. The next thing is, if I go for a wrap, the back of the head, same thing. You just trace it with the sword. Let it trail your head. That's it. So this, yeah, right? Or if I'm not going as deep, you just let it sit there instead. Right? So all you do is when I come in, you wait, watch it, and let it hit wherever I'm going to try and hit you. Wait right there, wait either by the ear or by the face. You just let it stay there. Right? Another thing too, you're sitting your sword behind your shield, which is okay, but I would suggest keep it just a bit in front of your shield. So when a shot comes in here, this might get blown out of the way by some monster that comes into it, right? Well, what you do is you might bring your shield here and let it contact. Okay. You've created now a powerful bridge here that when never get past that. I will never blow through that. Okay? And plus, it'll stop on the shield. It won't get knocked behind your neck or something like that. So to tie you up. Right? So you'll just block on the shield, and if you need to, because it's really powerful and more of a heater style of defense, is to actually bring this back and cover your shoulder as tight in as you can. And get your hand up by your shoulder. Yeah, something like that. You might want to twist your wrist, but that's the idea. So you let it actually trail here too. Right? So it's a really strong defense. I'm just getting on top of that. So for anything that's coming over there. So not so much for a center grip, more for a heater. That's what I fight with at least. I can show you.
And that's your tip?
This is not mine.
Okay.
That's his. But the idea is you're sitting here, you're in front of the shield, and this will always catch and break, right? So if you threw a shot, I can actually move the defense just by my arm following, but it stays on the same point of the shield. Right? And that can block the back of my head too with a really strong, powerful bridge that doesn't flip the sword out of the way when it gets hit, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's why you can bring it right up back here, right? So, and then you go into a shot, right? So when you're doing this cycle block, you might catch here, catch behind your head. The next shot you can do is come right out of it and hit the guy. Yeah. So you're using him loading up your defense to load up your offense. Right in one action. And his sword is still here after he hits you, and now it gets smacked right in the head because he's blocked it, hit. Right? So, yeah, just little things. But the biggest one is don't let your sword get trapped, and use it to defend yourself. Don't hang it behind you while you're defending and leaving your arm.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
But yeah, it's just getting comfortable with position. Definitely by no means thinking you're just trying to screw somebody by leaving it out there.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure there. I'm not gonna
lie.
lie.
Not at all. Not at all. So, that was the bigger one. So,
no, I appreciate advice, and it's part of the sport, and that's the only way you're going to get better.
Yeah. But, it's interesting. I don't really follow.